right, good morning. This is Catherine with Damn Good Marketing, and I'm shooting this video for Cesar with COR Plumbing. And what we're doing, my business partner Carissa and I and her company, Damn Good Marketing, is part of the BNI chapter in Austin called Leander Lightning. And we are reaching out to local small business owners in chapters that do not have a digital marketing company and offering up these free audits on their websites to go over what your digital footprint looks like. In this video, we're going to cover SEO, which is called search engine optimization, Google My Business, also known as GMB, and then something called backlinks. And the reason we're covering those topics is those are the three key factors in getting your online presence better optimized, and that can bring in more organic traffic and less time having to get referrals and marketing and etc. So first I want to show you how how people find services. And I'm sure this might be a crash course or a review and how people find you organically. But we open up a Google search bar and then we're going to type in your particular service. Now, these are called keywords. So anyone who types in a service in either a city or a near me, that they're looking for businesses that have their websites on Google and are online and are optimized. So what happens when you hit the enter button? You're going to have at the top here, you'll have ads. Usually ads that companies are paying for capture about 20 to 25% of people looking for your service. Down below the ads are going to be your Google Map Pack or Google My Business. And in here, the top three, depending on how hard or how competitive your industry is, can be hard to get to. But if you were to click on this view all, there are, just like there are Google pages for websites, and there's going to be ads at the top as well. But all of here are going to be your first page of Google Maps as far as plumbers in your area. Down at the bottom, you also see there's multiple pages of these Google My Business opportunities. Google My Business, the map pack, will capture about an additional 25 to 35% of people who are looking for any particular service. Okay. So between the ads and the Google My Business, if you're not participating in either one of those, which is fine, but just note that that's capturing anywhere from 50 to 60% of people who are looking for a particular service. Below the Google My Business is going to be all of the organic ranked websites. Okay. So what I did is I clicked on the very first one, and this is going to be your number one competition in San Antonio, is We'll Fix It. Now, I also understand that there are a lot of national firms that have businesses in your locality. The difference between what you can do and what they do is they have just service pages covering your particular area. So depending upon how optimized your website is and how good your content is, so let's hop into it real quick too, will also help boost your ratings. You can outperform on Google large corporations if you're doing just a couple key steps right. So why we talk about SEO, which is search engine optimization, is all the content on your website. So I just showed you how people find you with those keyword searches. On your website should have at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on your front page. Google wants, and their algorithms are all set to try to find who is educating or bringing the most value to the end user. In all of that content would be keywords based off of what you want to be found for. And that's part of the research that Carissa and I do to add the value to your website, is produce the keyword searches that would be easy to rank for and bring clientele through your door. The other thing that keywords do is that they help make your site credible by bringing, once again, that education and value add. So Google helps helps your ranking with Google if your site is deeming to be credible and worthy. Um, the Google My Business also comes into play too, because you can use that and put keywords in your Google My Business. The other thing that Google My Business does as well is it helps Google verify your company based off of your reputation, because your Google My Business is where you can also put reviews and photos and also include backlinks to your particular website. Um, and your Google My Business ties into something called a citation. A citation online is your name, address, and phone number. And you can have those, and when you have them on different platforms, you just need to make sure they're all uniformed and organized. Okay, so did want to tell you, I think your logo is clever. I'm a huge dog fan, so I think you could bring in lots of clientele based off of your logo. Um, but that's one thing I can point out right now off the top is that you do need more content on your website, and that's something that we do provide as well is content to help boost the information that you're sharing with your potential clients. Okay, so I've covered SEO briefly. I've covered your Google My Business and the importance of both of those. I'm going to hop into this tool called Ahrefs, and this is where we get a lot of our background and do our research. This is a company that we pay a subscription for in order to provide that level of service to our clients. And in here, this top section is what we pay attention to. The UR and the DR can both go to 100. Right now, you have no data in either one. The UR is the strength of your website, and the DR is your domain rating. That's how credible and authentic that Google or that your website is found to be online. Backlinks and referring domains is something I'm going to get into in a second. Organic keywords is part of that content on your website. So based off of what you have on your website is what you're going to be ranking for. And I'll show you here in a second and how you can drive your organic traffic. So currently 7 people found you online for words that are based off your website. Now, I have to mention, just because that you have 7 people come to your website organically doesn't mean they're all going to be ringing your phone. So capture ratio on your organic traffic is usually anywhere about 5 to 10%. So that's why you want a higher number here, because it's all about a numbers game. So if I click on the organic keywords, you can see what you're currently ranking for. And usually it's going to be like it is here. It's going to be your company name. But remember, if someone's looking for your service and they're not coming from a referral or they're not coming from someone that you know, then they don't know your company's there. So they're not going to be typing in COR Plumbing to pull your service up. They're going to be typing in that plumber San Antonio. So you have to have, like you have here, commercial plumbing San Antonio. You want to be ranking higher. So there's a couple of columns here that we pay attention to. The volume is going to be how often these keyword searches are performed every month. The keyword difficulty is how hard it is to rank your website in Google for those keywords. And position is going to be where you fall, where your website is in rankings for that particular keyword search. So commercial plumbing San Antonio is searched 30 times in a month. It has a keyword difficulty of 11. And just to give you a perspective, anything over a 10 can usually take 6 to 12 months to rank for. And then you're in position 20. That means that 19 other companies are ahead of you for a potential commercial plumbing San Antonio job. So that gives you a brief overview of why it's important to have keywords in your page, because that's how people are finding you. And there are ways to track this. That's part of what Carissa and I do. The reporting that we keep track of is producing monthly reports to our clients to show you improvements, hopefully, or things that you are currently ranking for. And then also pay attention to this keyword difficulty. If we're trying to get clientele in the door within the next 3 months, then we're going to start honing in on keyword phrases that are anywhere from 0 to 5 that have a high search volume. Okay, so I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to show you your competition real quick. So remember, I pulled up willfixit.com. This is their numbers. So their UR is a 14, their DR is a 16. I'm going to go over backlinks and referring domains in just a second. They're being found for 2,700 keywords a month. That's bringing in 3,600 views to their website per month. Remember that 5 to 10% capture ratio. Even at 10% of 3,600 is around 300 new potential clients for them. So they're doing a lot of good things on their website in order to put these numbers up. And to give you an idea of what they're ranking for in their keywords and how hard they've been working for it. So Plumber San Antonio brings in 1,700 searches a month. It does have a keyword difficulty of 36. It's pretty high. And they're in the number 1 position. Now, will you go out there and beat them tomorrow? No. But if we started doing some work on your website, there is potential that you could steal some of that traffic from them. In addition, on here, there are keyword difficulties that are significantly lower than 36 that you can start ranking for pretty quickly. But that would be part of, like I said, some of the stuff that Carissa and I can put together. So to go over what a backlink is, I'm going to click on this. A backlink is simply a link from one page to another. You can have backlinks within your own page. Let's say that you have a link on your front page that takes you to a service on a service page. That's considered a link. So what we do with backlinks is we try to target the links that other companies are using, especially your competitors, and try to pull in some of the same power from their links. And why it's important to do that is that that's how they're getting some of their power, is that's how you would be getting higher power too. And then the other thing behind this is we would also go for links that are better than some of the ones that they have. And not all backlinks are created equal. Some are free. Some cost a lot of money. And so some of those SEO charges that cost money per month, that's where the cost comes into play, is looking at what the links would cost in order to get your site ranking. So that's why there is a monthly service on the SEO side to help get you ranking higher in Google and then also keeping you there. Because once you get there, you can't turn it off. You turn the faucet off and the lead, your website will start dropping. So it is it is a whole nother level of service. You provide plumbing, and Carissa and I provide you Google services pretty much. So a referring domain is a high power, high credible website that links back to yours, and it shows Google that you're credible, and they give you a boost in your rankings on Google. So once again, these DR numbers can go up to 100. And the same thing with your backlinks. What we would do is try to target some of these higher numbered DRs and go after the same domain ratings as they have in order to help push power to your site. So if I go into your overview, you have 5 backlinks in here, which are coming from a blog, looks like mostly blogs. And then you do have referring domains coming in. And I think those are probably gonna be from blogs as well. Yeah, they're from blogs as well, which we do the same thing. We do cover blogs and help write blogs in order to bring power and backlinks to websites as well. But there's a whole lot more that you could be doing. All right, so I went through a lot of information. I hope I didn't confuse you. Our goal here is to educate you, provide you a value add. Maybe you don't need our services, but what we would like to do is schedule a one-to-one with you. It gives us both credits within our BNI chapters, and it also allows you to ask any questions that some of this information might have brought up. So with that, I'm Catherine Taylor, and Carissa Kobalecki is my business partner out in Austin, and we'll be in touch, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day.